Whether you're a seasoned Ultima Online Lord or just a poor noob trying to figure out which end of the sword to hold, here's some of the top questions that I get asked on my stream. Question number 1. Nameplate. How do you always show the nameplate? If you hold Control and Shift, that will show them temporarily. Do you want them to stay on? Go to Alt-O, Options, Macros, New, and we'll call it Names. And you'll scroll down near the bottom, the names on off. You can set it as a hotkey, or you can click Create Macro. Be sure to hit Apply. For Outlands players, under the Nameplate tab, enable Show Health Bar on nameplates and use nameplate background as health bar. Question number 2. How do you attack so quickly? The answer is hotkey. We're always using hotkey. 2, I pretty much bind on every character, is an attack nearest, which is X on my keyboard, and bandage self, which is V. What you're going to do is you're going to go to Alt-O, Macros, create a new macro, name it attack. We're going to go down to select nearest creature, select nearest, hostile, then we're going to say add, and we're going to attack selected target. Bind this to X on our keyboard by clicking in this box and hitting X, hitting the check mark to accept it and apply. Forget to bind your keys. On the Outlands note, it's actually called select nearest creature. And while we're into the macros, let's make a bandage self one too. You just click new macro and then select bandage self from the dropdown. I bind that to pretty much any server I play. Attack. All right, question number 3. Looting. How do you loot so fast, Jason? Well, there are 3 settings that I also turn on pretty much every server I play. The first one's auto open corpses, the second one's grid loot, and the third is double click loot items and containers. And these are all under the options tab, so we'll go Alt-O, go to the general tab, and this is the auto open corpses checkbox. We also go to the containers tab, and it is the double click to loot inside container. On Outlands, containers is actually under the interface tab. Alt-O interface. Here's the containers. How do you make your bags bigger? This is actually on the same tab as containers. So under all those and containers, we can just adjust the container scale to 160 or whatever we like. On Outlands, it's under interface. On others, it's under containers. And if we slide it over here to 160, apply. While we're in there, on Sagas, the use large item container gump will actually give you a new bank box as well. So our normal bank is this, even with 200. But if you apply with a large gump and reopen the bank, you're going to get a big one here. Question number 5, the item grid on the screen. Like this guy right here, these little item grids. We pretty much have these on all our characters. No matter what server we play, we really put those on. How do we get that grid of items on the screen, Jace? Well, that's under counters. So all options, counters. You're going to enable the counters, and then you can set rows and columns. To populate it, you actually drag and drop an item onto the bar. That will populate the item. I use that to keep track of regs and bandages and maybe harvesting. You can also double click from here. So if you want to use a dagger, you could double click. Makes it easy so you don't have to find it in your bag. And we use this on pretty much every server we play. Again, Alt-O, counters, enable counters, rows 1, 50 lines. This gives us that little guy right there. And drag and drop, double click. If you want to remove an item, you actually just right click and click remove. On Outlands, there's actually a bonus. You can actually set a hotkey to one of these by right clicking and saying assign hotkey. So we did that with our bandage itself. A bonus tip. Are you tired of shouting X in the chat every time you attack? You're going to go to Alt-O, speech tab, and then make sure active chat when pressing enter is active. That way now we can just hit all of our keys and we won't actually say them in the game. Outro. There are tons more settings to explore, but these are the top ones that I get asked pretty much every stream. So be sure to drop your favorite hotkey into the comments. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe for more UO tips. We make videos every Wednesday. Don't forget to visit uoaddicts.com for servers, streamers, and everything UO. That's right, uoaddicts.com, servers, streamers, and everything UO. And no, I didn't quit the other server. I'm just playing whichever one I happen to log into first. Peace. Hey, whether you're a seasoned Ultima Online Lord, oh God, I can't speak. When I read, I can't speak, man.